Hey guys, it's the Real China Sister. I'm back with another video. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment below. If you guys are on Instagram, your girl's on Instagram as @TheRealChinaSister. So tonight I'm doing a video that was, I guess the person requested it to me. He wanted me to talk about why women can't forget the best sex they've ever had. I guess he might feel like, I guess women, sometimes if we're doing it with another guy, we're thinking about whatever guy we were with before and how great he was. I mean, I don't really know what his situation was. He just wants to know why it's so hard, I guess, for women to forget their best sexual partner or whatever the situation was. So I'm basically going to be giving you guys reasons as to why that's the case sometimes with women. You know, I just want to put this out there that, you know, this is really just going to be me, like, chopping it up with y'all and, like, telling y'all, like, what's up with women sometimes when it comes to sex. One, I want to say, you know, when we like a guy or we feeling a guy, it's very rare that I have heard stories of my friend telling me they're sleeping with a guy and thinking about another guy during the act. So any men that think that's an often thing with women, I don't believe that it is. If she's doing that, then she must really just not be into you per se, because to me, that's not an often thing where you're having sex with a guy and thinking about another guy, unless it was just a fresh breakup or some weird shit like that. But honestly, that doesn't occur as many times as some men might think. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys the reasons as to why a woman sometimes cannot forget the best sex that she's ever had. My first reason for the fellas as to why, you know, it's hard sometimes for a girl to forget the best sex she's ever had. The number one reason I'm gonna give you is soul ties. Soul ties is a real thing. Now, for anybody that's like not really sure what a soul tie is, a soul tie is a linkage in the soul between two people. It links their souls together. Basically, what I've been seeing online is, you know, when two people have sex, you know, they do become soul tied to one another. You know, whether it was like, oh, it was just sex, or whether you were in a relationship, like you're tied to that person, like you guys' soul are one. So I want to say that the number one reason sometimes a woman can't get over the best sex she's ever had can have to do with the whole soul tie thing. You know, you can have soul ties with people that you've had terrible sex with. I think it's worse when it's with someone that the sex was really good, because it's like the sex was really good and you had ties with that person and now you're linked to them. Like you feel this, like you're drawn to them type thing. So I feel like with some women, with the whole best sex they've ever had thing, it does mainly have to do with soul ties. That's why people now are trying to let people know, you know, be careful who you have sex with. Like, I know some people like to say, oh, sex is just sex, or it's not a big deal. Sex is a big deal. Like it is. Giving your body to someone is a very big deal. Transferring that energy with someone is a very big deal. For example, a guy could have been fucked up to a girl, but he was the best sex she's ever had, and you know, for some reason she's drawn to him and she can't help it. You know, that's an example of a soul tie. And I want people to know too, you know, soul ties can be good and bad. I feel like a lot of the time it's promoted all the time as a negative thing. Soul ties can be both negative and positive. My second reason for the fellas as to why a girl can't forget the best sex she's ever had is because it's the best sex she's ever had. You know, I have yet to come across a human being that likes bad sex. So, you know, I mean, it's funny having to explain this, but like for real, like I feel like that's answers itself. Like, why can't she forget the best sex she's ever had? Because it was the best sex she's ever had. You know, and I feel like too, for me personally, at least, and you know, women, please comment below and tell me your view on it. A man that treats me very well will mean 10 times more to me than a guy that I had such good sex with. Like, you can have good sex with multiple people, but someone that really treats you the way you deserve to be treated, a soulmate, all of that, it's very rare. I don't know. I guess it's just a little different for me per se, but straight up, my dude, like, if it was the best sex she's ever had, then she's gonna think about it often until something comes along and changes that. And you know, it's not always sex that's gonna change that and make her not think about dude no more. Sometimes a good relationship, a man treating her well, will make her forget all about dude that gave her good sex. Third and final reason for the fellas as to why she can't forget the best sex she's ever had. It might be because that was the only sex she's ever had. You know, sometimes, you know, women will think a guy is so great and bad and oh my God, he was this, he was that, until they meet the next guy that's actually better than him. So I want to say, you know, maybe, you know, that was the only sex she's ever had, the only thing she's used to. So maybe she thought that was so good and it was so blah, blah, until, you know, she'll meet somebody else. And in her head, you know, she won't say it out loud. I mean, I guess some women will, if like that's how they speak and interact with men. But, you know, she'll think in her head like, oh shit, that shit was better. Like, fuck, I thought that was. But yeah, those are my 3 reasons for the fellas as to why she can't forget the best sex she's ever had. Yeah, that's the things that come to mind for me that I can think of. Again, I don't know any situations where like a girl was physically in a bed with a man, like having sex with him, and she's thinking about another guy, you know, unless she just broke up with a guy and that's a reason she's thinking about him, or whatever the case may be. There's different reasons for a girl to be thinking about another guy. But, you know, if she tells you straight up, like, so-and-so was my best sex partner, that was the best sex I ever had, like, at random, like, you didn't ask about it. I mean, as a man, you really shouldn't be asking about it. It's really none of your business. You really should just be paying attention to whatever you're doing in bed with her. But, if she's constantly telling you about this great sex partner she used to have, she might not be that into you, and maybe you shouldn't fuck with her anyway, because that's just weird to just be sitting there telling a man how bad he is in bed. If anything, just get away from him. Like, just don't deal with him if that's a deal breaker for you. But yeah, that's my video on that. Those are my views on that. To the person that requested this, I hope this was helpful to you. You know, you don't got to comment below, because then, you know, people's gonna know your whole situation. But I just want to say, you know, shout out to you. And I hope this video was helpful to you. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment below, and tell me you guys' opinion. See you guys soon.